You're watching From the Heart with John Willard.
Hi friends, John Willard here, the gentleman poet, storyteller, and NAHCA contributor, back for another show and more bone-chilling truth. Oh, it's cold in the Ozarks, but this hot apple cider that I hold in my hands tantalizes the senses. Inside our house, soup is simmering as the vegetables from summer's harvest mix with the fresh herbs and spices. Life gets even better. Next week it will be chili on the stove, and stew the week after that. And now trips down memory lane. As sunrise breaks into daylight, I smile. One more sip of apple cider, and my day will begin. I'm glad to have had these moments. I'm thankful for the peace of this morning. Let me share my feelings listening to stories at Grandma's. Let me share. My grandma one time told me that she thought when she was small, having family together was just about the nicest day of all. I sit and listen quietly until her story's through, and then I say, I'm thankful for a grandma just like you. Oh, sweet memories. And I say, enlarge my heart with a story and change me by the characters I meet there. So I'm glad to say the pups and I were up at 4 a.m. this morning. After food for the pups and oatmeal and coffee for me, we took in the sights and the sounds of the Ozarks. Friends, this show is about how rich we are. Friends, when you say enlarge my heart with a story and change me by the characters I meet there, I will with this story. Two children, Matt and Mandy, huddled inside the storm door of my grandmother's house. They wore ragged, outgrown coats. Any old papers, lady? She was busy. She wanted to say no until she looked down at their feet. Thin little sandals, sopped with sleet. Come in and I'll make you a hot cup of cocoa. There was no conversation. Their soggy sandals left marks upon the hearthstone. She served the cocoa and toast with jam to fortify against the chill outside. Then she went back to the kitchen and started to work. The silence in the front room went through her. She looked in. The girl held the empty cup in her hands, looking at it. The boy asked in a flat voice, Lady, are you rich? Am I rich? Mercy, no, she said, as she looked at her shabby slipcovers. The girl put the cup back in its saucer, carefully. Your cups match your saucers. Her voice was old, with a hunger that was not of the stomach. They left then, holding their bundles of paper against the wind. They hadn't said thank you. They didn't need to. They had done more than that. Plain blue pottery cups and saucers. But they matched. She tested the potatoes and stirred the gravy. Potatoes and brown gravy. A roof over our heads, a steady job. These things matched too. She moved the chairs back from the fire. She tidied up the living room, and the muddy prints of small sandals were still wet upon her hearth. She let them be. She wanted them there in case she ever forgot again how very rich she is. Enlarge my heart with a story and change me by the characters I meet there. Let me share this poem, Whenever Clouds Arise. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him, from care he sets me free, for his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Friends, many things will catch your eye, but only a few will catch your heart. Pursue those. Friends, I'm out of time. But remember, Nagi always said, when you're good to others, you are best to yourself. You can reach me on Twitter at JohnWillard47. And if you want me to come to your event, well, I asked Cora May and Bubba, and you remember those sweet dogs. They told me they'll travel with me anywhere. Remember, it's not what we gain, but what we give that measures the worth of the life we live. Until next time, friends.